Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is the next Blender tutorial series episode of the Volvo P1800 from the 60s. In this episode I want to detail the side rear fins of the car. So if we look at some images, these things here. And there's also a crease that goes all the way up the body to the to that curved section on the door. So I want to capture that in this episode. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll just minimise that. I've got an edge loop here. I've highlighted it. That is, I'm not sure if I want it or not. I don't think I do. So I'm going to press X and dissolve the edges on that, which leaves a bit of a gap along here, but we'll sort that out in a second. Also, if we look at this, so if we look at this section, this flat section which forms the rear tail light, I want to quickly do something with that first. So go into side view, and for this we only want the back, so I'm going to go into wireframe mode, press B, range key, and select all of these vertices up to about here, and hide them. Press H to hide them. So we're just dealing with these for now. When we do the crease, I'll put them back in and sort of hide it from here. Anyway, so let's press Z and go into solid mode again. Let's press Control and 1 and go into the rear view. Now, let's see what we need to do on this rear view side. Whoops. So, press Z, go into wireframe. So let's see the extent of this cutout. So I'm going to tidy this up a bit, so I'm going to press G twice and bring that in to there. These need to go out just a little bit. G twice up to there. This one, G twice, and up to there and across. G twice again and across. So we've got more of a straight line there. This side is absolutely fine, albeit I want to shape this a little bit better. So I'm going to grab both of these and press G twice and bring them in, and then I'm simply gonna, well, we don't want to mess up the curvature, so let's just press G twice again to there, and this one G twice and bring it to here. Still got a bit of an issue there. I don't think we're far enough over. So I'm going to grab this one again, G twice and bring it to there, and this one G twice and bring it to there. We want that there. But what to do? So this one needs to come up, G twice, bring it up to there, G twice again and bring it to there, and then up again, G twice and bring it to there. And then this sits in the middle, which is correct, but let's square that one up. And this one needs to come down a little bit, G twice to there. Okay, G twice to there. Now we're going to grab all of these again and level them up. So press Alt and highlight those, Alt and Shift, those, Alt and Shift again, and those, and finally So Control and Z, go back there, just press the Shift key and select that one. And now we want to Shift and Alt and select these and these, Shift and select that, Shift and select that, and finally Shift and select those two. So rotate the view slightly, go into solid view, and what we want is those to be level on the y-axis. So press S, SY, and then type in 0, which should straighten all those up. Okay, go back to the rear view, Control and 1 to go back to the rear view. Now I wasn't necessarily going to do this at this point, but I've decided to. So what we're going to do is cut out this, and then it will be easier to shape all the curvature around there. So so we want this line in here, Alt and Shift and select that, Shift and select these four, and then press X and delete the vertices. So that's what we've got. This is what we've got. So highlight that edge loop once again, and just to make sure that it is level on the y-axis, press S, Y and 0. Excellent. Okay, so press Control and 1, and let's see what we've got. So this one needs to come round a little bit, this one needs to come in a little bit, so G twice, bring that one in, G twice, and bring that in just a little bit. So we've got a similar distance from here to here. In fact, this one I'm going to take up a little bit. Okay, so happy with that. So let's S, Y and 0 again, just to make sure. And let's rotate the view, see what it looks like. Okay, obviously we've got to fill that in. But this then now leads us to the point on the, if you look on the side view, looking at this vertice here. Now this vertice should be, if you press Z and wireframe, is on the center line of where that crease goes down. Okay, that's good. Right, so press Alt and H to bring everything back, and we want to select this one again. So just rotate the view to make sure we've got the right one, so it's this one. Press 3 on the numpad, and we want a crease that goes up to here, but I don't want to select that because that could have, so what I want to do is bevel this edge, and it might cause some issues there, so we'll probably do that manually. So press Control and left mouse and select all that until we've got this. So now what I want to do is press Control and B to bevel it. I'm going to bevel it to about there. Once I've beveled it, I'll go down to this, see where the cursor is down here, to control the bevel, and we'll push the segments up to 2. Now what that does is put a line in the middle, and that's what we want. Okay, so this line here is going to represent this. Okay, so let's go in one by one, press G twice and bring it up to there, and do the same with this one, G twice and bring it down to there. Just need to push these up a little bit, not so much as that, and this one, G twice and bring it down. We can always mess around with these afterwards to get the desired shape. Now this one, press G twice and bring it up to the edge there. This one, G twice and down to there. Now I'm going to do all these the same. So this one, G twice, and this one, G twice. Try to get the distance between there and there the same. So the flare doesn't look wrong. So G twice and bring that up to here. This one, G twice and bring it down to there. This one needs to come down just a little bit. Okay. We're nearly there with this. So G twice up to here and G twice and down to there. Now let's press Z and go into solid and see what vertices we've got. So if we have a look again on the reference images, let's see how this rear looks. So it's sort of connected into the top of there, which should be that. So what I'm going to do is highlight this, go into side view, put on the press Z and go into wireframe and see where we are with that. Okay. So go back to the rear view. It doesn't show the doesn't show that very well, but this looks like it meets up with this. So what I'm tempted to do, if you see this flare joins up with the edge of this fin, this tail fin. So Z, go into solid mode, and what should we do with that? So Control and 1, still debating what to do with this. I think I should join those two together. So Z, solid, but we want something there. So let's twist this round a bit, see where we're going with this. We still want this one here, but we want this to join there. So what I'm going to do is press Alt, go into edge select, select this edge and this edge, so shift and this edge, and press X and dissolve the edge. Okay, so there. So go back into vertex select mode, so go here, and I'm tempted to join this to this, so this one and this one, and press J to join. Okay. I think we've got the same here. I think this, let's move this out of the way. Right, so I think this and this need to be joined together. So press J to join there, and we'll get rid of this edge loop here. So go into edge select, press X and delete, dissolve the edge. What have we got here? We've got an edge there that we don't need. So press X and dissolve edge there, or X and delete edge there, only edges and faces. Okay, so what have we got now? Vertex select. Is there an edge there? This sometimes happens. So we don't want this vertice, so press X and dissolve the vertice, that's correct. And similarly we don't want this one here, so X and dissolve that. So that's looking better. Okay. So I'm going to look at this again. So this one needs to come down, so G twice, bring that one down, so it looks more of an angle, and this one too, just bring that up until it looks in line with that. Okay. So this looks like our flare, side flare. So go into wireframe, see where this actually goes to. So I'm going to grab all these three and then press G twice and just move them back to the edge there. This one, and bring it, so we don't want any sharp changes of direction. So want a reasonable flow. Press Z. That looks okay. So this is where this is where it terminates really in that. Then it's more of a line. So we'll see what to do with that once we do the flare. So this point here is, looking on the reference images, is roughly around here, which is in line, that's in line with the bumper. So it does flare out slightly from here onwards. So I'm going to use this as the reference point. Let's have a look where we are. Solid. I think this one is going to be merged into that. Let's take this reflective stuff off. So look at the reflective. We don't want the reflections, it's too much. So I'm going to my Met caps and thinking of one to choose, probably that one, that's better. So as you can see, I think we need to join this one to this one. This one, left mouse that one, and press M, merge at last. So when you're merging at last, make sure that the vertex you want to move to is selected last, and then press merge, then go down to M for merge, and then go down to at last. So there we are, that's that. Now these then have got to be shrunk in to meet up that line. and these have to be shrunken gradually to meet up with that line. So what I think I'm going to do is just select the pieces that we want. So we definitely want this, and I'm just going to do SY0 again just to make sure that it is perfectly flat. Then I'm going to go and individually select all of these up to I think it's here. So press Control and Shift and select that. Okay, it could be that actually. So go Z, go into wireframe. Yeah, I'm going to go to there. So press Control and Shift and get all those three. And so we're only working on those. Press Control and I, the I key, and then press H to hide the rest. Okay, so we've limited now the vertices to what we're working at. So I'm going to do these individually. So first off, I'm going to select this one here, and press Control and that one. Make sure that one's the last one selected, and up in this little this transform pivot point box, just go down and select active element. So make sure that's selected. So what we're going to do is going to scale away, scale on the x-axis, and make that a straight line. So this is the line we're looking at. So if we press S and X and bring that in to about there, and just tilt the view, needs to go in a little bit more, so S and X, just bring it a little bit more, then select that one last and press the right mouse key, highlight loop tools and go down to relax. That will space it out. We might have to tidy these up when we've put them back. So now we've got a reasonably straight line from here to here. We'll see how that is. I might have to alter that. I might have to use a shear tool on that. So the next one is to do, so select this one and press Control and select that one. Okay, and then now we're looking at this vertex here. So make sure that active element's on and press S and X and bring it in quite a bit till it looks like a fairly straight line to there, and then press right mouse, loop tools and relax. Okay, so we've got the whole lot done. We'll just relax these. We've got doing nothing with the center at all, not as yet anyway. So go to there and press loop tools and relax. Might have to tidy these up a little bit actually. So press Alt and H to bring everything back. And we've got our line. Just going to see what. So if I select that and that, now I'm going to press N and turn the mean crease up to 1 and do the same on this, just to get the line in, and then we'll see what we need to do. We're going to have to bevel this in some way. Click this up to 1. Go into side view, press N. Now this one's way out of sync, so I'm going to straighten that one up. So G twice, and bring that across so it's a reasonable thing. And I'm going to grab these 3 and press G twice, just move them to a reasonably level. That one's okay. This one a bit, G twice, and bring that one. Let's see what it looks like. So we need a mean crease here as well. So here to here, press N, mean crease 1. And this is perfectly fine for the guide mesh. So now we want to zoom in, choose the middle one, and we want this crease going all the way to here. So what I'm going to do is to select these 2 first and press M, merge at last. So we've got that, should have that crease from here, from that point there, right up to here. So press Control and hold that, and press the mean crease up to 1. Okay, so N to get rid of that. So we've got a bit of work to do on this. I mean, there's some reshaping, but this isn't quite right yet, but we're getting there. I'm getting there with it. I might have to do some beveling. And pushing and pulling the vertices to get these right. This is a bit too bulbous here. So there's a bit of work to do, but we'll get there. So this crease here, as you can see, needs to be a bit more defined. So what I'm going to do is select here to here, shift, select that one to here, press N again and put mean crease on that up to 1, then tab out. So if we put the reflective met cap on, yeah, we can see there's some manipulation of vertices to do to get them into place, but not sure about the main creases here. I'm going to have to think about that. See, the lines between here and here are not that defined. There's some dips in there. So what I'm going to do is select those I'll press right mouse, loop tools and relax and see what that does. Now I'm going to do a similar thing to here. Press loop tools and relax. Now let's have a look. And that's better. It's got the shape in. I mean, once we put the wheel flares on a little bit, that should change things as well. So we're a little bit, still got quite a bit to do, but it's getting there. Let's move these in. These are a little bit out. Just going to move them in a bit. And that should help the curvature. This one, G twice. Bring it up there to there. On this one, G twice. There. And I think the gap around there is not too bad. But let's do that. So select all these. So let's just selected these now, press G twice, press E. Bring them to round about there, I would say. This one still isn't right. I'm not sure what to do with this one. G twice, just bring it up a bit. Now I'm going to grab this middle piece here and just going to take it out on the X axis. To about there. And put a loop cut in between. There's still a bit of work to do there. This is not right at all. So what we want is this. Yeah. We'll have a look at that in the next episode, but for all intents and purposes, reasonably happy with how it's going. Yeah, still a bit of work to do on that rear. Not happy with that rear at all. But we'll get there. Okay then, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.